Welcome to LTP, where we talk about all the petty.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Kate.
And I have never, ever driven a Killdozer.
Killdozer?
A Killdozer. Have you ever heard of a Killdozer?
No, that's why I said Killdozer.
Oh, that's what you meant by that tone.
Yeah, that's what that tone means.
I've wondered that my whole life.
No, you have not.
So my story today probably could belong on the nuclear revenge subreddit, but there's definitely petty in here. It deals with a homeowner that kind of got screwed over a little bit when it came to some rezoning, and so he drove a Killdozer. And there's a picture of it. If you want to see what a picture of this Killdozer is, I'll show you right now, and of course we'll put it out on our Twitter account, definitely on our website. That's a Killdozer. So it is a well-fortified bulldozer.
Well-fortified.
It looks like a military machine.
It looks like something from the Goonies.
Goonies?
Yes. It looks like some contraption they would have made and been like, let's go, guys, and get those bad guys. Yeah.
We just rewrote the Goonies. Goonies Killdozer edition.
Just saying.
All right. Here we are. We're in Granby, Colorado in 2004. So we're going way back for this one. Marvin Heemeyer was a small welding shop owner who built a makeshift bulldozer tank in 2004 and plowed through the small town, causing $7 million worth of damage.
Oh, my God.
And the reason was a zoning dispute between Heemeyer, the city's zoning commission, and a concrete company that wanted to build a plant on his land. So you ready for the story?
I'm ready.
Is your interest piqued?
My interest is very piqued, especially after just seeing that picture.
So in order to build their new facility, the concrete company had purchased a piece of land from Heemeyer where his own shop was also located. When the city's zoning commission approved the land for construction, Heemeyer argued that the construction blocked him from getting into his shop. Not uncommon when you deal with zoning stuff. The people that have the money generally are going to get their way. They paying people under the table, whatever they're doing. So this guy, small business owner, is not too happy about it. At first, Heemeyer took the rational course of action and petitioned the commission to prevent the rezoning. But after multiple rejections, as well as multiple fines for various civil violations, Heemeyer decided to take matters into his own hands. So whatever money they were getting under the table, whatever they were getting, there was no changing their mind. And so instead of listening to him, they actually took it a step farther and they started to fine him for civil violations and things that he was allegedly doing wrong.
So he's trying to get them to see how this isn't going to be practical for his business.
Him. It's not going to let him have an entrance to his business. It's going to block it.
So it's hurting him financially.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being like, wow, he's right, as any person should, they go a step further and they now are bullying him.
Yes.
With fines. That's great. That's awesome.
Petty bullying. All because they're getting paid by this concrete company. I'm going to assume there's probably a 99.9% that they were getting some sort of a kickback or money from this concrete company. So he's getting fined. Nothing's working. So he goes on. For more than a year, he toiled away in his shop yard building his, quote, Killdozer, customized Komatsu D355A bulldozer, my favorite bulldozer.
That's the only one that I will even consider.
I used to only like the B355A, but when they came out with the D, I was like, wow, game changer.
Is there any other bulldozer to even have?
Not anymore.
No.
Even though it's however old it is now, almost 20 years old, I still drive my D335A every day.
You do. You love it.
Get a gallon of milk, head up the bulldozer.
Head up the bulldozer? Oh, head up it.
Head up the bulldozer.
Because you got to climb in it. That's a good one.
Thanks for fixing my gaff. So he outfitted it with thick steel plate armor and a layer of concrete in between and 3-inch bulletproof plastic to protect the cameras he needed to navigate the vehicle. So he literally had no windows on this thing. It was literally barricaded in, and he had cameras mounted to be able to see.
My word. It sounds insane.
His Killdozer was also armed with 3 makeshift gun ports housing a 50 caliber rifle, a 308 semi-automatic, and a 22 long rifle.
Okay, this is now sounding really scary.
It is. On June 4th, 2004, Heemeyer sealed himself inside the Killdozer's cockpit and drove his machine into town. I do remember hearing about this when it happened, once I read this story. He plowed through the concrete plant next to his shop, then made his way towards City Hall, wrecking a newspaper office, a former mayor's home, a hardware store, and other properties. Once his Killdozer was on the loose, the town put out an alert to its residents to warn them to stay away from Heemeyer's rampage, because there's literally nothing you can do about a bulldozer fortified with concrete. What's going to stop it?
Nothing, I guess.
So he's causing all this damage, and there's a YouTube video about it. I'll show you after. We'll, of course, post the link for it. After 2 hours and 7... So he's in this thing for 2 hours and 7 minutes, wreaking havoc on this town in Colorado. Heemeyer had bulldozed every business or home that had some connection to his case against the zoning committee. The destruction he caused amounted to $7 million in damages.
So he's nitpicking. Who?
Yes, he's selectively choosing where he goes with this thing. You know, mayor's home.
Okay, so it's not like
store.
a wild rampage. It's against people who have wronged him.
Very petty revenge here.
Well, obviously.
After they were petty to him.
Mm-hmm.
Is actually terrible revenge.
It is
Nobody
terrible.
should do this.
No.
If you want to build a Killdozer to drive, that's fine, but don't hurt people. Will not approve of that.
Did people get hurt or did they get out of the way before?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
People were hurt in the fact that their businesses and properties got ruined.
Yeah.
My feelings would have been hurt.
Your feelings would have been hurt?
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have been happy. I would have hurt feelings. But his feelings were hurt because they were trying to take his business away.
Mm-hmm.
The havoc was so great, the Colorado governor considered authorizing the National Guard to attack Heemeyer and his Killdozer with Apache helicopters and an anti-tank missile. But before they got the green light, Heemeyer rampage ended when he tried to plow through the Gamble's hardware store. The store had a small basement that ensnared one of the treads on the vehicle. Unable to free the machine, Heemeyer's rampage was over. He pulled out a handgun, and sadly, he killed himself with a single shot to the head.
My God, that's really sad.
All because these people were not treating him fairly. And it's terrible that this happened like this. It's terrible what he did. But again, treat people with respect.
Well, treat people like a human.
But that starts with respect.
Yes.
99% of people deserve respect. And I feel like he probably falls in the 99%. Although, if he was able to scheme this thing up, maybe not.
That is quite an exit from this world right
Yes.
there.
Later, investigators found 2 lists inside the cab of the bulldozer tank. One was a list of the 13 properties Heemeyer had destroyed, while another list, and thankfully it ended before this, contained several names, including the town's mayor and some local business owners. So he had all of them, every single place that he had listed, he took them out, and then there were people there that he hadn't.
Well, yeah, because that's why he had those gun holes.
So I picture him like on, what was it?
The Adam Sandler movie?
Yes. With
Yes.
the guy where
And he puts lipstick
Steve
on.
Buscemi's putting lipstick on, and he's
Yep.
got the list of people. I could see him driving around in a Killdozer.
I could see that too.
They also found Heemeyer had no way of getting out of the sealed cockpit on his own, which suggests that he wasn't planning on making it out of his rampage alive. Nobody was hurt during his bulldozing spree except for Heemeyer himself, but the memory of the incident still haunts the city's residents.
So that answers my question. If
So
anybody
he literally
got hurt.
just sealed himself in, like I said, because he had no windows or anything. Never planned to get out of it. He took it that personally, and because of how petty people were being with him, that he just decided, nope, not dealing with it.
I mean, it is sad in that situation because it sounds like he was trying to do what he could through legal channels.
Through the right way to do it.
And because people were what seems to be clearly biased, but biased because they're getting some moolah, he suffered because of it. And then in turn, he made them suffer, I guess.
So, terrible story. We get a Killdozer out of it. So if you want to take something positive, we now know Killdozers exist and are possible.
I wonder if he is the only one who's ever built a Killdozer.
Be a good question to ask the Killdozer corporations.
Wait, I'm asking if he's been the only one to build a Killdozer, and you're saying that there's Killdozer Corporation.
Oh, yeah. There's big Killdozer money.
No, there isn't.
But just looking at that thing is a beast.
It is. It doesn't even look real. It really does look like something out of a movie.
Yeah, like a movie they would have made in the 50s or 60s about the 2000s and how futuristic things were going to be.
Or like it was after there was some sort of apocalypse, or like humans
that is a
were
post-apocalyptic vehicle that people would drive around
and
in.
like that this guy is like the lord of all the people now because he has this Killdozer that he can drive around in and he rules the land.
I think we just came up with some more LTP fan fiction.
I think we did.
Got a whole new subgenre of LTP things.
Well, that is another great story of just people who are in control and in power getting their comeuppance. Comeuppance? Is that a word?
Comeuppance?
Yes, there you go.
You're thinking of napkins.
Or I'm combining the word munchkins and...
Munchkins and napkins. But you changed it into comeuppkins.
Comeuppkins.
I think you're thinking of cupcakes and napkins. And you turned it into that.
If I don't get a word wildly wrong in at least like 4 episodes, like every 4 episodes, I just pick a word and I destroy the word.
Comeuppkins is a good word.
I guess. Anyway, that was a good one.
It was. It was a sad one.
It was sad because I wish that he could have destroyed their businesses. And then what came out of it is, in more research, they found that, you know what? That's your punishment because you were taking money from this company. You should not have done this to him. You were destroying his business. You guys, like, that's your punishment. Obviously, he would still have to go to jail, but like that was their punishment. And they were all corrupt and they lost their jobs.
I was going to say, that's a very dangerous precedent to set.
Well, no, he would still go to jail. Like you can't go around with a Killdozer crushing other companies, but everybody pretty much, like, the consensus would be like, yeah, you're terrible people as well. So guess what? You act terrible and then you have terrible things happen to you. So there you go.
I feel like a few of these most recent mini episodes we've done, we've talked about the fallout from people being petty towards you or to someone. And so from this one, treat people with respect, treat people like a human. Otherwise, you will get killdozed.
That's what we're taking away with this?
Absolutely.
Or from this?
Nothing else.
Even though nobody else has built a Killdozer.
That we know of.
So you're saying that there could be other Killdozers out there from other petty situations and we're just not aware of it?
If there's not, I will be gravely disappointed.
Yeah, you
will
be.
If you've built a Killdozer, get at us. Let us know.
Get at us. Get at us by
with
just
your
telling
Killdozer.
us not coming here with your Killdozer. Killdozer is all of a sudden driving all over Jacksonville.
We want to know about all the Killdozers in existence.
No, just tell us about it.
Tell us all about it. Go to our website, letstalkpetty.com. Send us a message. Leave us a voicemail. Go to Twitter and let us know about your Killdozer there. Let's Talk Petty Pod. Listen to old episodes. Listen to new episodes. Share an episode with anyone, because Kate doesn't like me saying friends, family, enemies.
No,
She was mocking my outro, so I'm just going to say just share an episode and be really boring about it.
No, don't be boring about it, but
you know
don't
what?
say the same thing.
You know how I want people to share episodes?
What?
I want them to put a QR code on a piece of paper, make it a paper airplane, and throw the paper airplane to someone for them and says, scan this and listen.
That actually would be a lot of fun. That sounds like it would be a lot of fun.
Or I want you to throw a ticker tape parade.
No, I've already used that one.
You have?
Yeah.
Well, I've got the new one. Share an episode by throwing a paper airplane at someone.
Yeah, I like that one.
in the shape of a Killdozer.
Especially for people like me who cannot make good paper airplanes, and they go
It's gonna
like
land at your feet.
2 inches in front of me. No one will ever hear about the show if
You're
it
gonna
was
look
up
down.
to me.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, I'm gonna listen to this.
I'll forget that I'm the one who made the paper airplane, and I'll scan the QR code and be like, oh my God, I'm going to listen to this show.
Little do people know that you're 50 feet tall, and by the time you get down to pick it up, you forget what you've done. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye. Thanks for listening. Please be sure and give our show a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. And be sure to follow and subscribe so you don't miss an episode.